Hi, I'm Rachel and I'm Irish in Toronto. So I'm starting a series about dating and relationships. I'm really looking at how digital has changed the dating scene and the landscape, how we're all hiding behind our screens, and really how it's perpetuated things when it comes to, that fear of rejection, that perception of abundance, the rising expectations. And within that fear of rejection, really, what's holding us back? Why are we so afraid to approach one another? And looking at those social norms or standards. And definitely within Canadian culture, I see a very conservative approach where you'd nearly be taken aback if somebody did approach you out of the blue and chat you up or initiate that conversation. And it's definitely something that I don't do, that I'm terrified of doing. So by no means can I castigate guys and complain that they're not coming up to me because I'm not doing the same. So I guess both sides are held accountable. I, alongside this series, want to shoot some vlog videos, really documenting my personal experiences, trying to push myself outside my comfort zone and be held accountable. If I put it out there on a weekly video that I'm going to set this challenge, I'm going to do it this week, and really that trial and error approach and looking at what's working, what isn't, where we're falling short, where we're potentially missing out. And really within this series, I'm always looking at or aiming to look at the flip sides, because for how many horror stories or hilarious incidents that we incur with online dating or dating apps, there's also so many success stories. And I've been to countless weddings, I have a lot of friends in long-term relationships, and they've really put in the time and effort, the majority of them. And that's somewhere that I guess I'm not putting the effort in, because I guess time is one of the big hurdles when it comes to dating. It's like how we juggle things. I work in a restaurant nights and I'm a hip hop dancer, so I go to class, I do yoga, they're my priorities, I'm trying to see friends. And it's almost become a bit disconcerting at this point in my life. I'm 32, but I haven't even felt that huge urge or pressure within myself to meet someone. And I am a romantic at heart. I've never really partaken in one night stands. Not that I don't think that they're a wonderful thing for other people to do, but it's just not something that I've explored. And I tend to be quite one person focused, even if it's someone I'm casually dating and they're dating countless other people, which ignorance is bliss on some parts when you're starting, to get to know somebody. But I only really have had the time or wanted to put the time into one person. And I guess kind of looking at where I'm at now or have been in terms of relationships in the past few years, I've been single for, oh my gosh, 5.5 years. There's definitely pros and cons to being single, and I've been very happy out for durations of my, the past few years in being single. And also I haven't had the capacity of being ready, and I'm a big into self-work, and I had to do a lot of personal work on myself. I faced very challenging health issues for about a year or two, and I had to put my focus into that. It's something I'm not gonna really divulge now, but it's something that I guess I hid from so many people, and there was a fear of somebody getting too close that I'd have to disclose that I wouldn't be able to hide that. And I guess I'm gonna call them relationships of convenience, not by any means to say that I didn't really have a big interest in these people. But I think it was also, we both knew that there was something missing, that it wasn't the right thing. But you're enjoying someone's company, you're staying fresh and still a little bit on the dating scene. But I didn't have to go to that next level where I had to face my insecurities or fears and commit myself. So I think I'm getting to that point in my life. I'm very, for the large part, happy in myself and at ease in myself, and I guess it would be a good point in my life to meet someone. And I do, deep down believe that that person is out there for me. It feels a little, I don't know, uncertain at times. Okay, so most recently I did meet someone great, but there's long distance logistics there. I went to Coachella in April, and it definitely was a point in my life where I was the happiest I'd been in myself. Like I said, I did a lot of hard work to get there and needed to kind of do that solo journey. So I guess, like, not to kind of feed into the whole cliche, but I wasn't looking for anything. I was just totally content in myself and probably giving out those vibes. And also, I think travel is fascinating because it really makes you a lot less inhibited and more likely to put yourself out there. And those social standards or norms are pushed aside. It's more accepted that you're going to go up to strangers and talk to them. And I initiated the conversation with him because I was determined when I was away that I was going to be more confident. And it was a little bit of a whirlwind thing. And it really reminded me, I guess, of what we deserve or what we should aim for. And maybe the possibility that person that you connect with in so many levels is out there. And the thought of this one not leading into anything or working out does bring up that fear again that there might not be someone else like that out there. So in talking about that connection, for me, it's somebody you connect with on an intellectual level, on an emotional level, someone who's very open-minded, empathetic, kind, someone who I can really piss myself laughing with, is adventurous, will do a ton of activities with me, among many other things, but those are some of the top things for me. And that where our lifestyles match up, not to say we have to have all the same interests, but where there's enough things in common that we want to kind of do the same things. So spontaneity is, a great plus. And this guy went back from Coachella, booked flights. He's from San Francisco, came to visit me. I fell for him a lot more. And then he went back, and then the reality set in. So I've decided to go and visit him. But in the interim, and I'm going to visit him in a few weeks, I'm concerned about holding back and not forging ahead with my intentions with this series. It's unspoken. I don't know what is happening on the romantic front for him in his city and vice versa. And it's not really a conversation that's practical at this point. So even though I feel uncomfortable doing this, for the purpose of this series, I do want to keep myself open and get out and meet different people and go on dates and just find out where they're coming from and what their experiences have been, and kind of see, I guess, how we can improve our chances at romantic success and why it is so hard for so many people. And the 30s are such interesting years, especially early 30s. People are divorced, people are married. I don't like attaching that word baggage, but people have been through challenges in their life or tough times, which maybe have led them to be needing to be single at certain times in their life or not ready. So this week's challenge, I'm going out on a Friday night, and I don't get to go out a lot. I work weekend nights, so this is like something short of a miracle. My aim is to tackle the whole idea of the approach. How do I get the courage and grow some balls to go up to guys, start a conversation, get a number, who knows, potentially a date, but also kind of to see where they're coming from. And if one person rejects me, I don't know, on to the next one. So I'll report back, and yeah, this is going to hold me accountable, and weekly challenges, just really gonna discover and suss out, how I can also improve my dating game.